Hi guys, and welcome to Freckle Finance. Today my video is on keeping motivated when you're working on a large financial goal. Whether you're working on paying off debt, saving for a house, or retirement, these are generally long-term goals that you're working towards, and sometimes it can be hard to stay motivated. So here are my tips to keep motivated. Being a part of a community, such as like this community on YouTube, or other communities. For me, financial independence on Reddit is also a community that helps me keep motivated towards my goal of financial independence. This works because you're interacting with other people who are going through a similar thing as you, and it can help keep you on track. You can learn from their mistakes. If you're feeling at a rough spot, you can talk to someone. You have someone you're able to talk it out with. If you're feeling the urge to spend, there's going to be someone there who's able to give you more reason when you're having kind of an emotional reaction to the situation. Watching financial TV shows or YouTube channels can also help keep you motivated, because you click on the video and you get to see how someone else is doing, or just they have other tips and such that can really just keep you on track and also just reminds you that you have this goal that you're trying to achieve. Breaking down your long-term financial goal into shorter goals, such as monthly like I do, can also help keep you motivated. And this is because every single month you get to say, hey, I've met my goal for this month, and therefore I have stayed on track towards this long-term goal. When your goal is much longer, it's harder to know whether you're really on track to keep that goal or not, and therefore you can lose motivation and lose sight of what your goal was in the first place. Remind yourself why you made this goal in the first place. Most financial related goals have something to do with freedom. You pay off debt, you're free of debt and lenders, you are financially independent, you're free to do a lot of what you want. Obviously you can't do absolutely everything you want in life, but just most financial goals have to do with freedom. And sometimes there's something that's much more short-sighted and emotional that's going on that can take you off track. But if you remind yourself of this long-term goal, of this freedom that you're trying to obtain, you're more likely to keep yourself on track and not give in to temptation. Give yourself challenges frequently. It doesn't necessarily have to be always that you're doing a challenge, especially if you're not someone who likes doing challenges all the time. But every once in a while, giving yourself a challenge helps kind of keep a little bit of funness to it, because when you do achieve it, you feel really great, and that just helps propel you into the next stage. If you're someone who's kind of an impulsive spender, just having some kind of phrase or photo in your wallet, if you end up using credit cards, however it is that you end up spending money somewhere, when you go to reach to pay, some kind of motivational picture or phrase put on that wallet to remind yourself of what your goal is will hopefully help keep you motivated and reduce your risk of spending money on things that you don't want. So the times that it can be hardest to stay motivated is when everyone around you feels much differently about how finances should be handled in general. For example, there's a lot of people out there who say that you should always buy a new car, and everyone around you is saying reasons why you should buy a new car, and it sounds so convincing. To remain motivated and keep on track, you need to remove yourself from the situation and write down everything and see if you really agree. Because there's a good chance that buying that new car takes away from your other more important financial goal, when you could have just bought a used car or a much cheaper car, or not even bought a car in the first place. This is definitely not an all-inclusive list on tips. I would say there is probably an infinite amount of tips that can be given, and some of them might be more relatable to others. So anyone who has any other tips that they can add, or just any tips that I've mentioned that they've used, comment down below. And if you like this video, make sure that you give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed to me already, make sure you click that button below. And as always, no matter what your financial situation is, make sure you have a great day. Bye.